chat. You know who it is, Filipino Tarzan, coming at your top troops community with another top troops formation, tactics, and team to use to better better increase your results of winning, right? So formations and team use means a lot, right? It's part of the tactics of winning. And it's not just the team that you use to neutralize. You got to analyze your opponent's team, and you got to figure out, do you have the heroes to neutralize their heroes, right? And then not only that, once you find units that you can use to neutralize what they have, you got to analyze their formation to see how, when you hit battle, what are they going to do. Therefore, you can create a counter formation so you can take advantage of their misfortune on their formations and along with the heroes they use, right? In this case, they use the wrong formation. And this is a beast of a team. Assassins with double Bandolero and double Werewolf with a Sec Mech. Oh man, and a Dwarf Engineer in the back. It's tough, right? You have to neutralize all these units, but because of their formation, I was able to neutralize them pretty easily, right? Now, if there was a Toad there instead of Ira or Hermes, that's tough because they have to neutralize a stun with one of my Spirited Tigers, right? And it would have just changed my formation up. I would be forced to move everyone to the back rank because that stun is such a large hitbox. If it was Toads, it would have changed my formation up, and I probably wouldn't have won, right? Because I would have had to move everyone to the back rank and just hope that Bandolero and Werewolf get fixated on my tanks. But in this case, they didn't have Toad. They had double Ira, Hermes, and a double Samurai, which you can neutralize. You just stick your tanks on there to trigger the Onigiri. Tank it, does nothing. As you see, it does nothing to my tanks, who have 80% defense and up. And because they have their Bandoleros so close and their Werewolf right behind the Bandolero with one square back from the front line, I'm able to put my, which is a radius of 3, I'm able to put my Spirited Tigers right up front in front of them. And that's going to, as soon as they hit battle, it's going to aggro not only Bandolero but Werewolf. They're going to become fixated on my tanks with that have over 80% defense. And as you can see, they did nothing to my tanks, right? They were so fixated that even when my Werewolf ran in front of the Bandolero was still attacking my Spirited Tiger along with the Werewolf. They become fixated and aggroed until they take the unit down, which they never, never did. And the reason why I use Werewolf and Oni is because they're single population melee. And I left my multi-population melee, Mr. Beast and Ymir, in the back. I didn't want to use them in the front because you run the risk of one of them breaking free and start attacking Bandolero or Werewolf while they're attacking Spirited. And what that's going to do is going to pull the aggro off of them, and then they're going to start attacking who attacks them. So here I use single population melee, so they get fixated on the tank in the front because they had a funnel position, which they put their tank in the front and everyone else is one square behind. That's what I use for my defense, so everyone funnels into the center and I can get my tanks in the middle. But yeah, that funnel position is great for defense. I do the same. I stick my Amethyst up front, the 2 Spirited Tigers behind with my Fairleafs in the middle, so when you hit battle they funnel to the center, and I concentrate my tanks in the center with my healers so they can endure as long as they can while my DPS does the damage. Again, but if there's AoE DPS, you can't escape it, but it's a good way of funneling everyone to the center. And in this case, you saw because of their formation, everything funneled to the center. Again, and the Bandoleros were fixated on my tanks, the Spirited, because I lined them up right in front of one another. That's going to aggro them when they're that close. So again, never put your Bandoleros that close. Bring them to the back rank, because then it's hard to neutralize them because you're not really going to know where they go, right? It's random chaos after that. So, but because they put their Bandolero and Werewolves back to back right up front, it was easy to neutralize. But I hope this helps. I would normally use double Sylvan Spirit here, but here in this case I use double Wizards. The double Sylvan Spirits help when the time is right. Here I didn't want to use them because I didn't want to freeze the formation and then risk losing the aggro. So I removed my double Sylvan Spirits and used double Wizards instead, because they will also help freeze the assassins in the back while my melee takes care of it. And then they can make their way to the front, which you saw, and they were freezing Bandolero and everyone while their skill wore off. So their Superman mode wore off. But normally, without all those assassins and there's more melee, I would have done double Sylvan Spirit, because man, 2 of them, the slowdown skill they have is like a glitch with ×2. It actually, instead of slowing them down, they like freeze. So it's kind of like an overlap game mechanics issue. But double Sylvan Spirits can be very useful, but in this case, double Wizards and freeze units were better. So I hope this helps you with your formations and tactics. Again, analyze, record your battles and analyze them. That way you can become better at being a tactician when it comes to arena and clan wars. But yeah, till next time, as we say in the Philippines, in Cebuano, ingat kayo ang ping. Peace.